everybody, we are back with another van tour. Excited to show you around and give you a peek into the LockFather's new van. We are here with one of the LockFather's new vans that you're gonna get a van tour of. Dad, talk to us about what this is.
Well, it's a new van. It's a 22 Express van. 16,000 miles. That's what you got to look for so you don't overpay for a van being brand new.
And is this a expansion or is this a replacement?
A replacement.
And what year and how many miles were on the van that was replaced?
The van had 250 and it was an 07.
Okay, 07, 250.
You know, unfortunately, these white vans, the primer always peels, you know, so, or I should say the paint peels off the primer to show the primer.
Okay.
And it looked horrible, and, you know, we had a couple issues with it. The motor started and I wasn't going to replace it because the body didn't look good, so, or fix the motor.
Yeah.
So I bought another van.
And that other van, is it in a junkyard somewhere?
No,
or?
I went to change, put on the old crappy tires, and the guy there bought it.
You sold it?
Yeah.
How much?
400 bucks.
400 bucks.
The lifters were making all sorts of noise, and I said, I'll take it, because I was ready to take it to the junkyard.
Now I have to ask, how much you paid for this one?
28.
28,000.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the cost to build it?
Gonna have to ask Matt that, because he's a lefty, and we changed. I know I bought a new toolbox.
Okay.
Rack inside, you know, metal rack. I spent 100. Probably spent 250 on the toolbox, $50 on the workbench, an old door.
Okay.
And then whatever Matt bought or did whatever, but so pretty inexpensive.
Couple thousand, $2,000, $3,000?
Oh no, maybe 700.
700, all right. Well, hey, so
you know me, I'm not going to spend a lot for an interior, but it really turned out well. Well, Matt did a good job, because all I did was put in the metal shelving.
Yep.
And bought him a toolbox. He did the rest.
All right. Well, hey, enough talking. I'll turn it over to you and Matt as you give the tour.
Okay, sounds good. Matt's been with me for about 20 years, and he knows how he wants his van set up. So I said, go for it. It's your van, so you set it up the way you like. Plus, he's a lefty. I'm a righty, so I want everything on the right. And of course, he wants everything on the left. Isn't that right, Matt?
Exactly. I always have to live in a right-handed world. But that's all right.
So why don't you go, we'll open it up and show them.
All right. Okay. Well, I've done nothing here yet. Not gonna, most likely, because this is what I travel out of. But, of course, make use. I like magnets. And I like to make use of the magnets. And when customers are here and they're purchasing keys, I'll give them, you know, opportunity to buy, you know, another lockbox to put a spare key into. On this side over here, what I did was I mounted with a couple hooks using one of the existing holes, and then just matched it over here, a ladder place, so it's out of my way. Let's take this out, easily accessible. And then what I did is from the other van, I used this case that I had acquired through the years, and I keep all my motor cylinders and rim cylinders in here, and key and knob cylinders. And then down below, another thing that we have company, like Pete said, like he likes being thrifty. From the purchasing of another locksmith, I took another one that has plenty of bins for all my other types of appliances or whatever, screws and whatever I need. In this van, it's the first one that we've had to do it, because I thought about it. I got a lot of requests, since we do safe deposit boxes, that we want to cut keys in the van. So out of the stock, I took one of the key machines for doing that, mounted that here so that I can cut safe deposit box keys in the field. I like everything usually most accessible to you first, so lockout tools, and it's mounted to the floor. And then we built this bench. It was pretty cheap. What we did is actually went to a thrift place and bought a solid core door. It's not going to get any stronger than that, and was inexpensive. I put a ridge of metal up along the edge here, so we could not have anything fall off while working if you're on any type of incline. Underneath, I built another bench or another shelf by just using bolts and conduit to hold it, and it's sturdy as can be. So I actually bought one sheet of plywood and only used half of the sheet of plywood. And I've got latches, I've got keys in here for setup keys, and I've got all my different setup keys, ignitions, more latches, and all other supplies all the way down through here. I'm lefty, so I set this here with my vise on my left, all my hand tools on a bar that you always use set up there so you don't have to go hunting for them. You just grab them, throw it right back up again. Tools, batteries for replacement fobs, and of course the keys like usual. More tools you don't use every day, but they're all still real close. Don't have to have all the drawers, and I keep all the rest of the supplies there. Got my vise, of course, my one key machine, and then my HPC 1200 machine right here to the left, because I am a lefty. And even for the tools on this, magnet. Don't have to ever go hunting for them. You always know where they're at. The metal shelving that Pete got, he got all our commercial up there, residential stuff here, tilted up sideways so I can read every single one of my labels for what the hardware is and what keyway it is and color. And then down here, more bins that I can sort through, and I am going to be changing from these plastic bins. An idea that I came up with is we do a lot of changing of the lock boxes on laundromat machines. We save the lock boxes. They were great for storage. And what I've done over here for them is I've screwed them back to back so you can put stock in them. And you're never going to wear these out. And it doesn't cost you anything. Alright. After going through this, I made a little bracket to hold my long reach tool. Put my drills and my grinders back here. And the nice new toolbox that was purchased for the van. He built another platform down below so I could use that for more storage. I've got jumper cables and other specialty tools down there. You open it up. We've got some of my basic stuff. So even the booties for going in people's homes and not getting their floors dirty. As you can see outside, we get all kinds of weather and people really like their places clean. I set this up with nothing but bits and tips here, unibits and taps here, all my Allens and my keys for doing safe changes, screwdrivers, sockets and open-end box wrenches, all miscellaneous tools, cutters, hammers, mallets, slide hammers, tap and die sets, and then other specialty tools, even electrical testers and drill bits, stamps, more types of picks, and that sets that up really nice. And another thing I like doing is when you're trying to decode something, like I said, I like magnets. Take a magnet, take one of the holders, you set it like that. When you're trying to figure out a key, you put your plug in it, and you get to the right height, right on the shear line. And then machine right here, got a little magnet to hold the horseshoe clip. So you don't leave it in there, you don't jam it on your arm, or you don't break it. So you got all kinds of little ideas just to make your life a little faster, a little easier, because that's it. You know, if you're running and you're zigging and zagging back and forth, you're not making any money. If you can just make it happen as fast as possible.
What's this
You're doing
bag
that.
for?
This bag right here is one I use for when you're going to go out to a job and you know what you need. Instead of running back and forth, you can grab all your tools, throw it in your bag, go do your job, throw them back in, put whatever, like used hardware or whatever, in the bag, bring it back, and put everything away, throw it away.
Where you got that from? Hashtag Lockboss.
Imagine that.
You bought enough, you got it free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pete likes free.
Yeah, Pete likes free. But yeah, that's about it. You know, we got everything all so dialed in.
And you got your lights up top?
Yeah, I put in lights. I got them at the local RV supply, and they're really cheap, and they are bright LEDs. I think they were like $10 a piece. And it was great in the wintertime and great in the dark. So, you know, definitely a necessity. How about always being cheap and making use of things? At times we get asked to jump people's cars. So I went over to our local thrift store. I don't know, I think I'm maybe a little OCD about being clean. Went and bought a used bag for a computer. I paid $3 for this, and it holds 25-foot cables.
Wow.
For
That's
jumping.
a good idea.
You know? For $3, you can't beat it. You can just run to your thrift store and find something that fits. So that's another thing. Up here in this Northwest, we always carry a tow strap with us. So that's down here. And I got chains, you know. And of course, we got to get down and kneel down and sometimes doing stuff automotive. So I got mats.
Hey, at least you can get up and down. It's hard for me anymore.
Well, I'm already close to the ground. So not a far trip.
And we did put a trailer hitch on it, so when we move safes, any of the vans can haul it around, move them. Well, Matt, I got to congratulate you on how well you set it up. All I did, like you say, was put in the cabinet, you know, to put locks on the shelving, but you did a great job.
This is actually the 4th van I've had working with Country Lock and Key, just, you know, wearing them out through the years and having to reset them up time and time again. It's been getting more and more efficient and streamlined, you know, so it's going down the road pretty quiet and bolted down really well. Yeah, very well. You know, I used to have people, you know, mention it sounds like it's Christmas.
That's right, jingle bells with all those keys.
But yeah.
And there's hardly any keys on the board what we used to carry.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff's being phased out, and, you know, so we got new stuff. But
well,
yeah.
Great. Well, thanks for doing a good job.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for being transparent about the new van purchase.
Yeah.
We look forward to what everyone thinks in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. You probably deserve a medal, maybe a plaque, but hey, I wanna make sure that when you're commenting that you're including the hashtag Lockboss. When you do, you automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we're giving away each week here live on YouTube on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. We'll see you in the comments.